Setting up a space for your creative work is as vital as making time for your work. The important thing is to find space to dedicate to your creative process, even if it's a tiny corner of a room. First, make your space inviting. It helps to pin up pieces of inspiration, have a comfortable place to sit or stand, and keep the area clean and organized after every use. Also, you should have everything you need at your fingertips. Setting up an area that houses all of your supplies will help you to be creative and eliminate potential excuses for why you cannot begin. Finally, make it your own, but be willing to make compromises. Sacrifices may be necessary, like moving your television to make room for an easel, and the space may also determine the scale of your art. For example, if you are a painter or a sculptor, it may force you to work a bit smaller than you might like. If you need privacy when you work, make sure it's in a space in your home where you can find a place or room divider or close the door. When you are pursuing your dreams, you may encounter friends and family who tell you your goals are not possible. Surrounding yourself with people who support your aspirations and believe in your dreams will not only strengthen your confidence, but also create connections that can you further career. Reach out to artists in your community who are also just kicking off their careers. If you admire someone's work or success, don't be afraid to ask them to coffee or invite them to see your work. Eventually, you will begin to build a community of friends. It's amazingly encouraging to get support from like-minded people, and you'll find you're also able to lend support to them. Many years later, those relationships will be some of the most important in your career. If you are holding down a full-time job or raising a family, the thought of making time for art can feel like a luxury or an overwhelming addition to your schedule. You'll have to genuinely embrace the fact that your life might not feel full for a while and that carving out time for art will require some discipline. Here are some simple ways that you can find time to make art. Schedule time. Block out chunks of time in your calendar to make art, even if it's only 2 hours a week at first. Doing a little bit of each week might not seem a lot, but over time it adds up. Incorporate art into your social activities. Make art during quality time with your children, partner, or friends. Create collages with your kids on a Saturday afternoon or gather a group of friends to draw with you. Reduce screen time. Use the time you normally spend surfing on the internet or watching television for making art instead. Delegate chores. Having another family member take over a few chores can open up some free time for your art. If you're unable to pass any household duties to other people, don't feel bad about letting go of things. Bring a blank journal with you everywhere. When pockets of time open up, you can pull it out to sketch, draw, or brainstorm ideas. Take art classes. While it takes time, enrolling in classes will force you into art making more and into schedule. Going to a class can also lead to new creations, not to mention finishing your techniques or even adding a new one to your repertoire. Many young artists talk about not selling out. They want to make art for the sake of art, without commercial interests. The artist who is deep into the mindset of the starving artist thinks that this kind of life is what is expected. They hear stories of famous artists that took drugs and think that if they model the artist's behavior, they will have the artist's success. They don't understand that these things have nothing to do with being an artist. Another thing created by the culture is that young artists just off art school who think that their artist training and calling make them somehow more special than people who are not trained artists. To those artists, I share this quote: "You have a unique and amazing contribution to make to the world. Your job is to find both what it is and who needs it. Otherwise, you just have a really cool hobby and should probably just enjoy it on your own time and go marry into money." Your mindset is a vital element of your success. It's just as important as business skills. Many artists suffer from a fear that their art isn't good enough to sell, or that they won't be able to sell enough of their art to make a living, ever. This fear is the result of a way of thinking about life and about an art mindset. Fear is understandable. The common perception is that it's nearly impossible to make a living as an artist, that there must be some secret club or singular person that can make or break into an artist's career. This idea is so in our society that parents who have otherwise been supportive of their children's passion for art will force a gifted child into more practical careers. But there are some predictable key factors at play into the success of a professional artist. Just like any other entrepreneurial endeavor, understanding how the business of art world works enhances your chances to succeed. In order to sell your art, you must understand what exchange of value means for artists, what people want to buy, the various ways art is sold, how your personality will sell your art.